Hi, welcome to the kettlebell workout for upper body size and strength. This particular workout is going to be focusing on your upper body development. Many times people are interested in increasing their muscle size and their muscle strength. That's usually more of a concern for men than women. But the goal here is that you want to get stronger and you want to get bigger. So the workout that follows is going to be focused on that particular quality of increased mass and increased strength. The repetition that we're going to be using for this workout is going to be a balance between size and strength. There's optimal ratios. If your goal is purely increased mass or increased size but not strength, then you're going to use a higher rep range. If your goal is increased strength with not as much focus on mass, then you're going to use lower reps and heavier weight. So this particular workout, because we want to address both the size and the strength, is going to be an intermediate rep range. All the reps are going to be between the 5 and 10 repetition for each set. So this particular workout is going to be focusing on everything from the waist up. So that's going to be the chest, the back, the shoulders, the biceps, and the triceps. With that in mind, we're going to start with a warm-up, a thorough warm-up, and then we're going to get into the actual workout. Now it's time for a thorough upper body warm-up. Before we start lifting the heavier weights, it's very important that you have an optimal degree of warm-up. What does optimal mean? That means the right amount for you, and that's going to be different for each person. Oftentimes trainers will say that you should not warm up at all. That's not very good advice. The key is to learn about your body and find out how much warm-up you need in order to perform optimally. Too much warm-up is going to use too much energy and it's going to detract from your exercise. Not enough warm-up is going to put you at a risk of injury. So we're going to do a series of movements here that are designed to warm up all the large muscle groups of the upper body, and then we're going to go immediately into the upper body size and strength workout. I'm going to show you the tools that we're going to use for the warm-up. We have a light kettlebell that we're going to use for some stretches. And then you're going to have either a towel or a flexible cord. Okay? So with that in mind, we're going to get started with the first warm-up. Standing here, we're going to loosen up the upper back. So put your arms to the side and you're going to start twisting. Notice that I pivot on the rear foot as I turn my hips. And you're going to start real gradual, and then you're going to increase the twisting and increase the speed as you start getting warmer. You're going to do this for about 10 to 15 turns to each side. Just follow me along through this. Your breathing should be very natural. Don't try to time your breathing with the movement. Just breathe. So this is working all the muscles in the back of the shoulder, the upper back, as well as your waist and the spine itself. Now from here, we're going to move into the shoulders. So you're going to start with large arm circles. Keep the arm close to your body. So we don't want to have your arm out here. We want to try to keep the arm in a vertical plane as much as possible. Very close. And you're going to do about 10 circles in each direction. And then you're going to switch directions moving forward. And in this warm-up, you gradually increase the speed as your body starts to warm up and loosen up. And you do the same thing on the other side, circling back. Notice that I don't let the stretch come into the waist here. I keep my hips forward, and I keep the movement in the shoulders. And then you're going to change directions. This is your opportunity to really get your mind ready, get your body ready, so that when we go into the workout with the heavier weights, you're ready to perform at your best. Now you're going to do some low circles. So you put one foot forward and just rest your hand on the knee. And just let the arm hang. And you're going to circle both clockwise and counterclockwise, approximately 10 times. Get the blood flow into the hands. Change direction. You should feel the stretch right here underneath the armpit, as well as in the shoulder itself, in the deltoids. Now you're going to do the same circle up high. So extend the arm, and you're going to circle on this plane. Really get into those rotator cuff muscles. And you're going to do the same thing in the other direction. This is like you're swinging a lasso here. So nice, smooth, steady circles. And you're going to do the same thing on the other arm. Circle. Take deep breaths. And reverse directions. Nice and easy. You can also use a very light weight, maybe anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds, if you want a little bit of an additional stretch. Okay, now we're going to move a little deeper into the shoulders and the chest by clapping your hands forward and back. Getting a little more aggressive here. So notice as I clap behind me, I'm not coming down low. I'm trying to keep the hands up high so that I work these muscles in the upper back. Okay, now that your shoulders are getting loose, we're going to move into the neck. Very simply rotate, turning the head to one side, back to center, and the other side. Notice that I'm keeping my shoulders forward. I don't let the rotation come into the waist. I keep everything in the upper spine. And gradually go a little bit faster. Now with this warm-up, I'm only doing a few reps, but by all means, you can do as many reps as you need to. If you feel very stiff, spend a little extra time working that region. And then from here, you're going to work your neck up and down. So chin to chest. And then stretch, lifting the upper body, look up at the ceiling. And raise your chin. Down. And up. Down. And up. Breathe naturally. Slow, deep breaths. Really work. Notice that I'm not leaning back here. We don't want to lean back at the waist. We keep the waist in a neutral position and lift the chest. Okay, good. Now that you're starting to get warmer, we're going to go a little deeper using a light kettlebell. So you're going to pick the kettlebell up and bring it overhead and keep the kettlebell so it's aligned directly over your hip and slightly behind you. Now the stretch here is to lean forward with your chest as if you're falling forward like this. Now you're going as deep as you can without stressing, and you're just going to walk around in a circle here. Or you can walk back and forth across your room if you have the space to do it, or just walk in place. So the idea here is to lean forward with your chest, work those muscles of the upper back and shoulder. And we do the same thing on the other side. Lock this out, elbow straight, lean forward with the chest, and walk around in a circle. Stretch everything out. You should feel a nice stretch here at the top of your chest, as well as in the upper back. Bring the kettlebell down and place it down. Okay, now you're either going to use a towel or a flexible cord. If you have very tight shoulders, you use the cord and you increase the distance between your hands to allow your shoulders to have enough space to move freely. If you have more flexibility, you're going to use a more rigid surface, such as a towel or even a piece of PVC pipe. The first exercise is to make figure eight. So lock the arms, and you're going to make a figure eight, circling one arm back and one arm forward. Back and forward. That's it. And gradually increase the range of motion as you do this. You can even get your hips involved here. And change direction. Figure eight. That's it. Get deeper and deeper. Good. At this point, your upper back and your shoulders and your chest should start really feeling loose with a lot of blood flow ready to go. Okay? Now you're going to keep the arms extended. Notice my arms are locked and not bent. So here, and then you come forward and back, keeping the chest tall. This is called circumduction, where you're moving the shoulder throughout the full range of motion. And you want to do maybe 8 to 10 reps. If you're a little tight, you can even do more, 15 or even 20. Back and forth. Good. Okay? Now we're going to do one more. Now that your upper body should feel very warm, we're going to do one more and go a little bit deeper to stretch the shoulder and the chest. You're going to lie flat down on your back. And then you're going to use two hands to get this in position. Lock the arm out. Okay? So it stays right over your shoulder. And this is the kettlebell arm bar. So from here, I'm holding in my right arm, locked out. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to cross it over my body. And then don't let the arm drift out like this. That's how you can injure your shoulder. Instead, keep the kettlebell in alignment and push the front of your shoulder towards the floor. And back. Show you from a few different angles here. Keep it locked out, cross over. This hand here serves as a spot. So if you have tight shoulders, you're just bringing your head and just limiting your range of motion. If you're more flexible, you can take this hand and move it out of the way. Now, look at this range of motion. I have much greater range of motion. And back. And again, you're doing just about 5 of these. Really stretch. Keep my eyes on the kettlebell. And down. We'll do one more here. Bring the kettlebell down. Place it down. Now you're just going to move your body across the kettlebell. And you do the same thing on the other side. Keep the arm locked out. Cross the same side leg to the opposite part of your body. Reaching. And push the front of my shoulder towards the floor. And release. Cross over. Keep the eyes up on the kettlebell. Stretch. And release. Just showing you a couple different angles here. And one more. Really stretch. And release. 2 hands to bring the kettlebell down. Okay? So now you should feel nice and loose, ready to go. You have the blood flowing. So now we're going to go into the upper body size and strength workout using the kettlebells. Now that we've done the thorough warm-up, we're going to get into the upper body workout for size and strength. You're going to need to have 2 kettlebells of the same weight. You want to have a chair or something you can sit on. I'm using a plyometric box. Have some water handy, a towel to dry off, and then it's also a good idea to have some chalk and chalk your hands before you get started. Okay? For this workout, we're going to have 8 exercises. We're going to go through all 8, and then I'm going to take a 1-minute break between sets. If you need a longer break, I allow you up to 3 minutes. You're just going to push pause on the DVD, take 1 to 3 minutes, and then push play and get going. So we're going to do 3 entire sets of the 8 exercises. This workout's going to be a balance of pushing and pulling movements, all designed for the upper body. With that in mind, let's get started. First exercise is going to be focusing on the chest and triceps and shoulders. And this is a floor press, similar to a bench press, but it's safer for your shoulder because you're not going to bring your arms into as great a range of motion and risk shoulder injury. So have 2 kettlebells. You're going to insert your hand in deeply here. Turn towards the other one. Now you're going to arch your chest up high, and you're going to do 10 reps here, exhaling as you press. Keep your body nice and tight. That's it, 5 more. Bring it down, one, then the other. Okay? We're going to immediately move into a pulling movement. And I like to do this with 2 kettlebells to weight up a little extra. So you're going to grab either 1 or 2 kettlebells. If you have a really heavy kettlebell, you don't need 2. But if you have moderate-sized kettlebells, you want to load up. So you're going to put your hand on your knee here and row. You can do that 5 times on each arm. Same thing, switch, stabilize off your front leg, and pull. Exhale with exertion. Very good, okay? Shake it out. Now we're going to go back to a pushing movement. You're going to bring the kettlebells to the chest, and you're going to alternating military press. Clean. Get your belly and your butt muscles nice and tight, and alternating press. Inhale, exhale. Good. So you do 5 each arm there. Now you're going to do a bottoms up clean, which is a pulling movement, gripping firm, working the muscles of the bicep and the forearm. So swing, hold it for 1 or 2 seconds, and down. Squeeze everything. You can even squeeze this offhand to help you recruit more tension. Watch your knees as you drop the kettlebell. And same thing on the other side. Bottoms up clean. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. 5 times each side. Notice I keep my elbow close to my ribs here. And release. Good. Now from here, we're going to be seated. So get your bench or your chair. And the reason we're doing this seated is because we want to take the legs out of play completely, focusing on the upper body. So this is a 1-arm snatch. You're going to do 5 reps each time. You got to rip it and explode as you come up. Ready? Touch it down to the floor. And switch. So you're really working the muscles of the shoulder and upper back. Other side. We're going to stay seated for the next exercise. And this is the double clean from a seated position. So working the abdominals, working the biceps, working the shoulders and traps. Double clean. 5 reps. Begin. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Set these down. Now we're going to be standing, and you're going to work double swings. 2 kettlebells, wide stance, swing to chest level. Five reps. Last exercise in this circuit is using 1 kettlebell. You're going to do a lying pullover. It's going to work the muscles of the chest and the rib cage as well as the abdomen. Lie flat on your back. You're going to grab the kettlebell by the handle here, and you're going to really extend and lengthen your spine in your rib cage. So arms extended, breathe in, pull, breathe out. Breathe in, arch your chest, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do 5 more. You're doing great. Keep going. 5, 4, lengthen. 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Okay, so we're going to do this 2 more times. You're going to take a 1-minute break. Then we're going to come back and do the same 8 exercises again. Now you should have taken between a 1 and 3-minute break depending on your conditioning level. And you want to decrease the rest periods as you become more conditioned. Okay? So we're going to go through the circuit a second time. And when we talk about mass development with kettlebells, we're talking about functional mass. In other words, it's increased size that you can use to help you with your daily activities as well as your athletic pursuits. Contrasted with the type of mass that is basically very big but immobile. That doesn't do you any good at all when it comes to movement, when it comes to daily life, when it comes to doing any type of athletic movement. So we want functional, usable mass. Okay? We're going to repeat the circuit. So the floor press is going to emphasize the chest and the arm muscles. And again, we're going to do 10 reps. So pick up 1 kettlebell, bring it to your chest, rotate towards the other side, insert your hand, bring it to your chest, keep your butt tight, your belly tight, arch your chest, and 10 reps. Exhale with each press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put one down. Put the other one down. Now we're going to go into the row. The row is working the pulling muscles, which is the bicep. Also the tricep is stabilizing here, and we're working the upper back and lat muscles. Insert. 2 hands in. Stabilize off your front knee and pull to your chest as you exhale. Place it down. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Really working your bicep here as well as your upper back. Take a nice strong grip and row. Good, working hard, okay? Now, from pulling back to pressing, we're going to do the alternating military press. 5 reps each side. And press. Here's a good place to put a little bit of chalk on your hands. Get the sweat off. And then we're going to do into the bottoms up clean position. Remembering keeping your elbow tight, gripping firm. Bottoms up clean, 5 reps. Good. Switch. Same thing other side. Notice the bicep is really involved here, as well as your forearm muscles. Very good. Okay. Now we're moving into the seated exercises. So let's keep it going. Nice and strong. Be very aggressive with these. We're using one kettlebell, and this is going to be the seated one-arm snatch. 5 reps per side. Begin. Really working the back of the shoulder here. Same thing other side. One arm snatch. Begin. Should feel like you're pulling yourself out of your chair almost. Very good. Shake your arms out. Now we're going into the seated double clean exercise. Working the biceps primarily, traps, upper back, as well as the grip. And begin. Very good, working strong. Okay, now we have the double clean, wide stance. We're going to do 5 reps, chest or slightly higher, and begin. Very good. Last exercise again in the circuit, lying pull over. Working the chest, the rib cage, the abdominal, as well as the lats. So all the major upper body muscles. Your arms are also engaged here. So it's a very effective exercise for increasing mass in your chest. Inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, arch, exhale, pull. As you're arching, you need to squeeze your butt, keep it tight so that you protect your lower back. That's it, keep going. Finish strong, we got 3 more reps. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good. Okay, get up, shake it out, grab a sip of water and towel off, and we're going to take another 1-minute break, and then we'll do the last set, okay? Okay, gone through 2 circuits. We're going to do 1 more circuit, okay? So this is where you got to find that inner reserve, pull it out, and work strong, finish strong. You're going to be proud of yourself when we're finished with this. Okay, just before we get into the 3rd circuit, why are we doing this? Okay, you already know the exercises. If you have the Encyclopedia Kettlebell Lifting DVDs, I go very in depth with the instruction of each exercise. Okay, but the point of this is a lot of times people at home, you don't necessarily want to work out by yourself. So this is providing you with that little bit of extra motivation. That's why I'm having you follow me through my workout. You can do it with me. Okay? So I want you to stick with me, stick with the pace. We're going to finish strong, do these 8 exercises 1 more time. Okay, let's get going. First one again, floor press. Arch, and 10 reps. That's it. Push. Keep going. 5, 4. Bring it down. Okay? Go right into the pulling movement. 1 arm bent row. Grip strong. Put your weight here and begin. Pull strong. Rip it from the ground. Good. Your biceps should be screaming at this point. Okay? Same thing other side. Good. Shake it out. Okay? Getting pumped up here. Okay, you should feel like you're getting bigger already. Okay, next one, alternating press. Bring the kettlebells to your chest, one, then the next. Move as fast as you can here once you get into position. Begin. Good. Chalk up. Need to have a nice dry grip here, okay? Bottoms up press. So 5 reps, keep your elbows close to your body. Excuse me, bottoms up clean. Squeeze the bicep. 5 reps. Squeeze everything. Grip tight. Very good. Now we're going to go into the seated exercises. Now working upper back and shoulder, as well as triceps and biceps. Okay? Seated one arm snatch. Begin. Very good. Switch. Couple deep breaths if you need to. Settle your heart rate. And let's go. Rip it off the ground. Here's where I take my breath. Breathe in. Very good. Okay, now we have the seated double clean. And begin. Last set's always a little more difficult. So we got to dig deep and pull that last bit of energy out. Okay? 2 more. Now we have the double swings. And begin. 5 reps. And final exercise in this set, final exercise, final set, is lying pullovers. It's where you tie all the upper body muscles together, linked through your abdominal core. Arms straight, breathe in, arch your chest, and exhale, pull. That's it, keep going. Finish with me here. We're all working hard together, so don't give up now. Got 5 more reps. Last one. Now you should have a really good sense of accomplishment. You worked very hard. This is the upper body size and strength workout. Okay. On the accompanying DVD, we're going to have the lower body size and strength workout. You want to make sure that you do the 2 workouts on opposite days. Don't try to do the upper and the lower body workout at the same time. It's going to be too much volume. If you feel like this workout starts getting easier, there's an easy way to fix that. Use heavier weights. Okay? Thanks for following along. Great job. And we'll see you for the next workout.